Welcome back to our new video, that is MCQs on bacterial disease, and this is the part 2 of this series of videos on bacterial disease. Okay, so the first question, that is number 21, is Pontiac fever is associated with Legionella pneumophila, Staphylococcus aureus, Borrelia burgdorferi, or Helicobacter pylori, and the right answer is option A, that is Legionella pneumophila is responsible for Pontiac fever. Okay, so next question में जाएंगे. So next question is number 22, that is, which of the following bacteria is or are associated with inflammation of brain or spinal cord? And the options are number A, Neisseria meningitis, number B, Haemophilus influenzae, number C, Listeria monocytogenes, or number D, all of the above. And the right answer is option D, that is all of the above are responsible for inflammation of brain or spinal cord, and the correct answers are Neisseria meningitis, Haemophilus influenzae, and Listeria monocytogenes. All are responsible for inflammation of brain and spinal cord. Okay, so move on to the next question. So next question is, which one is most prevalent among children, especially 1 to 4 years old? And options are option A, typhoid fever, option B, cholera, option C, listeriosis, option D, shigellosis. And the right answer is option D, that is shigellosis. So shigellosis is the most prevalent among children, especially 1 to 4 years old. Okay, so number 24 question, question number 24 is, which of the following holds true for diphtheria bacterium? And the options are option A, harbors prophage toxin, B, it is a exotoxin producing bacterium, or option C, immunization is done by DPT vaccine, or option D, that is all of the above. And the right answer is option D, that is all of the above. So this following holds true for diphtheria bacterium. So what is true about diphtheria bacterium? That is harbors prophage toxin. It is also a exotoxin producing bacterium, and immunization is done by DPT vaccine. Okay, so these all are true about diphtheria bacterium. So number 25 is, Shigella is transmitted by the fecal oral route primarily by option A, food, option B, feces, option C, flies, or option D, all of the above. And the right one is option D, that is all of the above are responsible. All of the above are the route by which the Shigella is transmitted to fecal oral route. Okay, so move on to the next question. That is number 26. So the question is, recommended antibiotics for bacterial meningitis disease is penicillin and cefotaxime, or number B, or option B, chloramphenicol and ofloxacin, or option C, both A and B, option D, neither A nor B. And the right answer is option C, that is both A and B are correct. So recommended antibiotic for bacterial meningitis disease is both A, that is penicillin and cefotaxime, and chloramphenicol and ofloxacin. Okay, so next question देखेंगे. So next question है 27, that is, which of the following bacterial causative agent of disease as intensive cough or whooping cough? And the options are option A, Legionella pneumophila, option B, Staphylococcus aureus, option C, Bordetella pertussis, option D, Helicobacter pylori. And the right answer about the whooping cough is option C, that is Bordetella pertussis is responsible for whooping cough. Okay, so next question है number 28, and the question is, the adenosine associated with intensive cough or whooping cough is option A, ICAM1, or option B, filamentous hemagglutinin, option C, cytotoxic T cell, option D, none of the above. And the right one is option B, that is filamentous hemagglutinin. So the addition associated with intensive cough or whooping cough is filamentous hemagglutinin. Okay, so next question is 29. So what is or are the manifestations of Pertussis toxin? And the options are option A, it increases tissue susceptibility to histamine and serotonin. Option B, tracheal cytotoxin and dermonecrotic toxin destroy epithelial tissue. Or number C, both A and B. Or option D, neither A nor B. And the right answer is option C, that is both A and B is correct. So this both A and B is or are the manifestation of Pertussis toxin. Okay, so move on to the next question, that is number 30. That is the treatment recommended for Pertussis infection is erythromycin or tetracycline, chloramphenicol, or all of the above. And the right answer is option D, that is all of the above are the treatment recommended for Pertussis infection. Okay, so next question number 31 is which of the following traits is or are associated with streptococci? And the options are streptokinase that dissolve blood clot, streptolysin O and S to kill host leukocytes, capsule and M protein to prevent phagocytosis, or all of the above. And the right one is option D, that is all of the above are correct trait associated with streptococci. Okay, so move on to the next question. It is when infection stays in only circumscribed areas, it is a option A, focal infection, option B, covert infection, option C, systemic infection, option D, none of the above. And the right one is option A, that is focal infection. So when infection stays in the only circumscribed area, it is a focal infection. So move on to the next question. It is enteroinvasive Escherichia coli toxin is option A, cytotoxin, option B, enterotoxin, option C, both A and B, option D, neither A nor B. And the right answer about the enteroinvasive Escherichia coli toxin is option C, that is both A and B. That means cytotoxin and enterotoxin. Okay, so number 34, question number 34 is the disease like hemolytic uremic syndrome and thrombocytopenic purpura are often associated with infection related to enterotoxigenic Escherichia coli, enteroinvasive Escherichia coli, enterohemorrhagic Escherichia coli, or all of the above. And the right one is option C, that is enterohemorrhagic Escherichia coli. So the disease like hemolytic uremic syndrome and thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura is involved with enterohemorrhagic Escherichia coli. Okay, so move on to the next one. It is number 35. So which of the following streptococcus virulent factor help bacterium to prevent phagocytosis? And the options are option A, streptolysin O, option B, M protein, option C, streptolysin S, or none of the above. And the right answer is option B, that is M protein is responsible for Streptococcus virulent factor, which help bacterium to prevent phagocytosis. Okay, so move on to the next question, that is number 36. So treatment recommended for streptococcal infection is penicillin, erythromycin, both A and B, or neither A nor B. And the right answer is option C, that is both A and B, that is penicillin and erythromycin are the recommended treatment for streptococcal infection. Okay, so number 37, देखेंगे क्वेश्चन नंबर, दैट इज द causative agent of tuberculosis is Mycobacterium avium, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium intracellular, or all of the above. And the right one is option B, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis is the causative agent of tuberculosis disease. So let's move on to the number 38, that is most frequent cause of impetigo is Legionella pneumophila or Staphylococcus aureus. Number C, Bordetella pertussis. Number D, Helicobacter pylori. And the right answer is option B, that is Staphylococcus aureus. So most frequent cause of impetigo is caused by Staphylococcus aureus. So what is impetigo? So impetigo is a bacterial infection of the skin that is most common in young children. Okay, and how it is looks like. So this is the impetigo disease. Okay, which we can see in children. Okay, so move on to the next question. It is number 39. So which of the following is a streptococcal superantigen? And the options are exotoxin A, exotoxin B, impetigotoxin, or all of the above. And the right answer is the option A, that is exotoxin A. So exotoxin A is a streptococcal superantigens. Okay, so move on to the last question of this video, that is rheumatic fever, and autoimmune disease is associated with prior infection with Salmonella, Streptococcus, Shigella, or cholera bacterium. And the right answer is option B, that is Streptococcus. So rheumatic fever is an autoimmune disease which is associated with prior infection with Streptococcus. Okay, so these are all 20 questions on bacterial disease in this part 2 of this series of videos on MCQs on bacterial disease. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.